This video is to show you all of our online office forms. The hold, recall, and all the other little slips of paper that were organized in the drawers of the circulation desk are gone. We're now using all online forms to go paperless and also keep better track of what's going where and the status of requests. So you'll find these forms down here on our quick lookups page. It's online office forms. When you click the link, it'll take you to a list of all the different forms. We've got current periodicals for faculty or their research assistants who need to borrow materials from the current periodical section. We've got applications for those research assistants, so we know who is authorized to check out books or other materials for a faculty member. You can also send that link to someone if they aren't able to fill it out at the current time. We have a hold or recall request. So if someone wants a book that's checked out by somebody else, you can fill out this form to hold it or recall it so that it will automatically come to them as the next patron to check it out. A retrieval request when somebody needs something that's in one of our closed stacks, storage annex areas, so that we can go and get it for them. And a search request, which is when a patron was looking for something and they couldn't find it. That lets us know that we need to send someone who is more experienced with searching to look for it. So let's take a look at some of the forms a little more closely. Let's start with current periodicals. I have up here, once you click the link, it'll take you to this Google form. The directions are here, and you just want to make sure that you fill out the information as completely as you can. When you fill out the name, the email address, it will send an email to the professor or whoever it is that's filling out the form so that they get a reminder that they've got something checked out and they need to bring it back. There's a drop down for today's date. Periodicals, when they're checked out, are due back in 2 days, so you just do a drop down and pick a due date 2 days later. And then we've got the space to fill out for the periodical. So this one, for instance, the example is I'm checking out the New York Times from August 10th. You submit it. If someone needs to check out more than 3, you will need to do a second form. That's an example of the 2-day periodical. You submit, and there it goes. Your response has been recorded. Then you know it's good to go. The next one that we're going to look at is the proxy application faculty research assistant. So this little paragraph gives you all kinds of information that you might need to tell them if they have questions. It should be able to answer any questions. The research assistant will be a student. Some departments have 2. And then we're going to want to indicate what semester that they are the research assistant for and what year it is. Faculty member, department, office number, and again, the email address that's just going to confirm. So this may come in from a department secretary or a professor. So that's something that, gives us a lot of information, and then we'll update it so that students aren't checking out anything under their name for somebody else. Because as we know, that's not a good practice to do, because then whoever has the item checked out is ultimately responsible for it. So you should never check anything out for anybody else. All right, the next one. This is probably going to be the most common. So this one is a little bit different in that the hold or recall and the search, they're here under 2 different things because people ask for 2 different things, but they're actually going to come to the same form. So when you're doing a search or a recall, you've got 2 choices. So this form is going to come into use when someone says, I really want this book, but someone has it checked out. Can I put it on hold, or can I recall it so that it comes back and that I get it next? And that's going to be to hold or recall. If someone says, I was looking for this book and I just can't find it, that's going to be to search. So here we go. You're going to enter in your call number, the title of the book, and the author. Again, the more information we have, the easier it is to find it. Sometimes just the way you put a space in a call number, won't always result what we're looking for in the catalog. So having the title and the author give us more information. If it's a journal, also include the volume and the date. Then you're going to do today's date, the name of the requester, and their email address. And again, you make sure that you're putting in their full email address. Don't just do @LAF, because we want to make sure that it goes to them so that they know that it's there. We can follow up with them to say, hey, we found the book. You can come get it. It's on hold. Or I'm sorry we couldn't find it. You might want to request it through Interlibrary Loan. So as always, just be as accurate as you can, provide as much information as you can to make it as workable as we can do. So that's search and recall and hold. I'll close that one out. The last one is retrievals. So this is retrieving materials from locations that are off-site or places that the public can't go. This isn't as frequent, but it does come up. So patrons get an email when their request becomes available. Again, that's why it's so important to have the accurate email address, because one of you maybe, or one of us, will go and find the book, and then we can let them know that it's ready for them. So when you look it up in the catalog, it should tell you where it is. So you'll select which option. You'll include the call number, the title, or if it's something else, the description of it, volume and date if it's applicable, the requester's name, and their email address. So there you go. Those are our online forms, which are on our quick lookups. Thank you so much.